Thank you. Now to an I-team investigation. Half of all wrong-way crashes in Connecticut are the result of a driver getting behind the wheel after drinking or doing drugs. How do you stop drunk driving? Can you stop it? The state has some ideas. Here's your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink.
Mark was just so much fun. Like, he was just the best to be around. He always just had such a contagious smile and just so much energy and just a heart of gold.
He's a hard worker. You know, never turned his nose away from any kind of challenges. It's a significant loss.
When Mark Palumbo's family is asked about him, there's both joy and pain. On October 9th, Mark Palumbo Jr. was struck by a wrong-way driver on I-95 near exit 65 in Westbrook. He was on his way home from work. Police say the man who hit him, Troy Bree, was driving under the influence.
He just had like an incredible zest for life, and I'm just so sad that for him that was taken away from him so early in his life when he had everything he ever wanted.
It's the same old scenario. Nothing ever happens to the guy that was drunk or the one that caused the accident. It's always somebody innocent that was taken away from us because of that.
In the last 5 years, the I-team found 50% of all wrong-way crashes involving property damage, injuries, or death involved a driver under the influence of either drugs, alcohol, or both.
People are not only driving impaired, they are driving twice or 3 times the legal limit.
Josh Morgan is with the Connecticut Department of Transportation. Currently, Connecticut has 133 wrong-way detection systems installed at various on- and off-ramps across the state. If a vehicle drives the wrong way, multiple red lights begin flashing to alert the driver. At the same time, the DOT and state police are alerted in real time to respond.
Can any sort of design stop a drunk driver?
No, I mean, and that's the, tragic part of this is that it's up to the person.
But Morgan says they aren't giving up. In addition to the flashing signs,
we're looking at, reflective strips, delineator markers. So, what data shows and what research shows is if someone is choosing to drive impaired, which is incredibly dangerous and illegal, that they're looking right over their hood. They're not looking far out in the distance. So putting markings on the road, if you're heading the right direction, it's going to look white. If you're heading the wrong direction, that's going to look red to you.
If you're blackout drunk, nothing's going to stop you.
The Palumbo family has some of their own ideas. Mark Palumbo Sr. thinks drunk driving penalties should be tougher.
If you get DUI, you're done. That's it. Your license is gone. You don't go to court.
For example, because this is Troy Bree's first drunk driving offense, he faces 6 months in jail or a fine. Right now, Bree is not yet charged in the death of Palumbo Jr. He is just charged with reckless driving and DUI for now.
Are you going to get a slap on the wrist for killing somebody because you were drunk?
Road safety is a top 3 issue for a lot of people.
State Representative Jack Vicino says to lower the number of wrong-way crashes, Connecticut needs to lower the number of people driving drunk. He, along with State Senator Rick Lopes, introduced a bill this year that would increase the penalty for driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Currently, depending on whether it's your first or third offense, the penalty can vary from a fine to up to 3 years in prison.
We've had a couple of people reach out to us specifically who have had just absolute tragedies happen to them and their loved ones and their families.
The legislature has also introduced a bill for the second year in a row that would lower the legal blood alcohol content from 0.08 to 0.05. The bill did not pass last year over concerns from legislators that we are over-legislating people's choices.
The research is very clear that even at 0.05, that your ability to operate a motor vehicle is impeded. We're not telling people don't drink, don't have a good time. What we're telling people is don't get behind the wheel when you're impaired.
Palumbo Sr. thinks we should also be looking at the role bars and restaurants play. Police say the man who hit his son told police he had been drinking at a nearby bar. Palumbo Sr. says right now the law caps liability for bar owners at $250,000.
The laws need to be changed.
So it's really about drinking and driving. Don't drink. There's Uber. There's Lyft. Don't drink and drive.
Mark's brother-in-law, Michael Bronx, says no one should go through what they did.
The pain that this has caused everybody, I mean, this is just...
It's devastating.
You can't put it into words. You really can't put this kind of hurt into words. This hurt isn't going to go away anytime soon, so we don't want to see this happen to anybody else.
There's also questions about whether spike strips or tire puncture devices could work. The DOT says those are not approved for use on highway ramps and says research shows they do not work. We have created a map of all wrong-way crashes over the past 5 years. That can be found on our website. Your Chief Investigative Reporter, Sam Smink, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Sam, thank you.